A very warm welcome back to Stone Valley for episode 37 with me, MrSealyp. It's 8:25 in the morning. Things are happening around the yard. Repair work, preventative maintenance, cleaning of machinery, putting away of machinery, all the bits and bobs that often happen behind the screen, as it were. Operation American Dream is continuing, with the next phase about to happen. Life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. I know that's not necessarily the American dream, but it's that kind of, come to America with nothing, build up, with opportunity and that kind of thing. I suppose every story, let's play, whatever it is I do, it's the same kind of principle, but we're in America. It's part of the American Declaration of Independence, isn't it? Life, liberty and the pursuit of happiness. It's in there. Unalienable rights. Anyway, all that being said, let's get some repair work done. That was on the harvester. Let's back that up. I have built a shed over by the sheep, which I'll show you in a minute. It's just one of the standard ones, nothing particularly amazing about it or anything like that. But I just thought, for putting away the trailer, I kept bringing the trailer over here and parking it up inside here, which is fine because the building's up right next to it. But I was just thinking, the sheep and chickens are all over there, you can just see it in the background. So I thought it makes more sense, park the trailer up over there, then as stuff gets filled up I can just put it on the trailer there. And also I've got a bit more space, I've put the loader under there and the spare pallets, wall pallets and stuff like that. It's all under that shelter there. I just thought it's just a small addition, but it just made sense. And before everyone starts again telling me you should put both vehicles in there and then just scroll through, tab through the vehicles and repair them. You can't on console. It's a PC mod. I've had that conversation quite a few times now. And the comments light up and everyone says, oh yeah, it's a PC mod. Then people say, oh no, you can do it on Seasons. I don't think I've been able to do it on Season. I'm pretty sure it's just a PC mod. But regardless of that, so you have to do it individually. I put that workshop trigger just outside because I couldn't get these headers into the workshop inside the building, inside the shed. I tried opening them up and twisting them around and doing a few different things to get them in, and it just wouldn't work. So doesn't matter if I line them up, because we'll only get them out one at a time anyway. So part of my American dream has been the expansion of the farm and building up, like I said right from the start, large machinery, big fields, lots of open stuff. There have been remarks made about my lack of progress, which I'm surprised about because I thought I'd actually done pretty well, in all honesty. But also the lack of land I own, and I did mention in the last episode, I don't think people for some reason like me doing contracts. I've had quite a few different things mentioned about comments, but about contracts. But the premise behind doing contracts, if you lease a vehicle, when you first start out, if you lease a vehicle or borrow a vehicle from the farmer because you don't own the machinery yet, then, like that one says there, 4,231, but I'll lose 1,667 if I use their machinery. So the premise always in my head has been to get to a point where you've got the machinery, so that if you take on a contract for another farmer and you use your own, yes, you're putting wear and tear on yours, but you get the maximum amount of money for the contract, which is fine. But with regard to the land I own, like I said in the last episode, You know, we bought, okay, fair enough, to be fair, we bought Field 2, we bought Field 29, but that's what we've been building up to, as having enough money to be able to buy a $600,000 chunk of land, and not say, and it not make a difference. Of course it does, it's taking a big chunk off my top line, but that's the whole point. I've still got plenty of money to do the rest of the things I want to do. I reckon we own probably, what, a third of it? A third of the area, maybe? So that expansion, and like I said, we only started with 17 and 8. So we added to that all of 3. 35 was part of that package. 6, then 7, 9 was added on. So that's, and I also did say that we would do contracting work, and it would reach that point where we had enough land of our own and enough work to do in between that we wouldn't have enough time to actually fit in doing contract work. And that's pretty much where I'm at. The time it's taken to reprocess each of the fields, get them all ready, get them planted, now they're growing, then tackle the animals, not just selling all the products for the animals, but keeping up with the slurry, selling the slurry, and then we're looking at feeding all the animals. I'm going to buying some more. That's the next phase. That's what we're doing in this episode. We're going to go and buy some more, probably some more sheep, and we're definitely buying more cows. Then there's going to be more feed needed. I'm also very conscious of the fact that we're going to be running out of hay, so then I will have to move back into hay production. So the time I have for doing contracts, I haven't got the time. Whereas early on, I had plenty of time to get contracts done, and that was how I was building my money up. But now we're at that point where the farm is making money on a daily basis from the products we're making, and from the harvest we're doing. We're making a nice bit of money. I'm not having to do the contracts, not as much as I did. I can probably say I got a door on it. Hasn't, has it? I thought it did. Anyway, so what do I need to look at now? I've already taken the liberty of putting, or driving, should I say? Can't put it there. Driving one of my lorries up to the store. We have leased the animal livestock trailer again. This is all looking okay. Eggs are, honestly, cannot go over the speed the eggs are producing. I only emptied these out a little while ago. Fantastic. Same with the wall. So yeah, just a basic shelter, and like I say, put the trailer underneath it. Spare pallets over to the side, and then my equipment for dealing with all of this. I've got 59 of each sheep. I think it's 59 we're at. Chickens are all fine, they're all fed, they're good to go. Sheep, yeah, we're on 59 of each. So what I'm going to do is bring that up to 100, I think. I think so. Yeah, so I need to get 41. Yeah, 41 of the sheep, although I did go with different breeds, you know, so I've got to make sure I get the right ones. That's weird. I thought I got different. How bizarre. I could have sworn I had one lot of these were... Maybe I'm misremembering. But anyway, yeah, so we'll be doing that, and then I'm going to be probably... I don't know if I'm going to double. I'm going to double the herds. I just want to get production of all of our things, our milk, our slurry, our manure, our eggs, our wool. I want it all up, you know. So we're at that point where pretty much all of our work is going to be in producing feed, fodder, total mixed ration, whatever it is, for the animals. That's the plan. So I'll see you up at the store in a second. Let's get some more animals. Awesome. Oh, we've got a nice case red one. The others we've all had up to now have just been fairly standard. So I'm not actually too sure how much TMR I've got on hand, so when I do sort the cows out, and the same with straw, so what I'm going to have to do is either look at Oh, I can't, can I? I was just going to say, look at a harvest. Although, maybe that's something I need to test out. Because Terry messaged me with something he said works. So what I want to do is look for a barley, wheat or oat harvest. Get round there. Maybe I should have a look for one of those now. Because I'm going to need more straw, definitely, because if I'm going to get more animals, I'm going to need more bedding, I'm going to need to make more Tomic's ration, so we are absolutely going to need more straw. And that's going to be an ongoing process moving forward with the animals. I think after this increase in livestock, I'm probably going to leave it as it is for a while, if not kind of indefinitely, because that will see me alright for the time being. I suppose what I should be doing maybe is investing in some more storage space. So I could then just store way... Are you serious? Driving Miss Daisy. So we're not due any bursts or anything with the... Actually, I wonder if I can swing around that way. I've tried that way before. Do I have enough room to stretch out? No, it's not too bad actually. Yeah, there's no new burst due, so the 41 I'm intending to buy for each should be okay. So we want sheep, black and white. That sounded like I was bleating then, that was not on purpose. I think that's right. We'll soon see, won't we? I've got to make sure I put them into the right one though. Oh no, this is all going to go horribly wrong, isn't it? Mind you, I suppose it doesn't matter if they mix up. I'm still going to have the same amount anyway. So yeah, grass for the sheep isn't a problem. I can cut, I've got plenty of grass. I'll just cut a load of grass. I can put that in storage. That's not an issue. This is going to be when we come sorting the cows out. I've got to get past him in time before the traffic comes. Yeah. But of course, it's still, I know I've up until fairly recently, I had someone ask me the other day, or say to me the other day, I should be running 2 Let's Plays. I have always, I know I've said this recently, I'm sure I have. I have, up until very recently, always run 2. Like I say, one was always more kind of basic standard, kind of for me, more, not saying more for fun, because I have fun doing all of them, but, and then one was always more seasons or subscriber contracts, or you know, something a little bit more complicated involved in whatever I was doing. I think we can just cut across. We'll just cut across the grass. I'm sure it'll be fine. And it was only when did I go to doing one? I think it was probably when SnowRunner came out actually, because I was doing SnowRunner videos and this and mod reviews and map tours, all the rest of it. I was really struggling to keep up with all of it. So one of the Let's Plays kind of, when it came to a natural kind of end, it just kind of stopped, I suppose. Right. So they're white over that one. These ones here are black and white, and those ones over there are black and white. Or are they just white? Maybe this is the only one that's got white ones in. Sorry, black and white ones. Oh, phooey. No, it'll have to be whatever it is. Whatever happens is whatever happens. I'll still have the right amount of sheep, it's just they'll be mixed. But they're all mixed up anyway, so it's all okay. Right, let's try this, shall we? Yeah, black and white into black and white. I think I got it right. Confirm. What is going... No, no, no. Oh no. What did I just do? Please tell me this is going to work. I went from the wrong side. No, we should be alright. Hang on a minute, what's going on? Please, please be right. Sheep black and white, 100. Yes, I got it right, okay. We are going to need more water and now going to need more grass. Right, so sheep white and sheep white. Same thing. 41 of each. I will go back, let's grab some more, then we'll sort them out. And then we'll get cracking with the cows. Okay, sheep are all done. 100 of each now. I've just grabbed grass out of storage. Carl is up at the livestock market just grabbing the airshes. What I'm going to do, I said about doubling the herds. What I'm going to do is do 2 loads of 56, because that's what the livestock trailer will hold, for each. So I'll do 2 loads of 56 for the airshes, 2 loads of 56 for the black Angus we've got, and then whatever we've got is what we've got. So I'll be doing 112 extra of each, which over doubles the black Angus because we've only got 90 at the moment, but slightly under double on the airshes. But I think combined we will have over doubled our total herd. Does that make sense? I think, yeah, in my head it does. That doesn't mean a lot, does it? But these might take quite a bit. Apologies if any sheep are harmed in the process of feeding. Or the lorry, for that matter. So, grass. I've got a funny feeling they're going to take way more than this, but not each one, but combined I think I might have to do some more. But like I said, I've got all this field because I put grass into all of this, and I've got grass on field 8. I've got plenty of grass for doing, well, grass for the sheep, and hay as well, so I won't have a problem for making any. The way these are all spread out now, it's almost impossible. Although I've got a funny feeling I'm going to spend a lot of my time just mucking out, cleaning out. But I was wondering the other day, because Giants do have it's still, you know, the licensing situation with regard to certain things coming out and whether they've got a license agreement in place. And when they haven't, it comes out as a lizard brand and that kind of thing. We never saw a return of the Lady Juno, did we? The Lady Juno, the little robotic cleaning thing that went up and down. I loved that. That was such a fantastic mod to be able to place in the feed areas. I know a lot of people will do it all different ways. They'll put wood chip down, they'll put straw down or something like that along the trigger, and then that stops anything else coming into the trigger, so that's how they kind of avoid any mess. No, but people have all different methods, all different ways of doing it. It's not going to be far off actually. Out of 70,000 litres, only having 7,386 left. That's pretty good. So what I'll do now is go over, we'll get the water tanker and I can do all their water. So yeah, I mean, it's like, let's say, the cleaning of it, but then I suppose with the amount of animals I've got, I'd have to have 5 Lady Junos running, and I don't mind. The cows isn't so bad because I've got the big wheel loader, so going backwards and forwards and just mucking them out is alright. The sheep seem to produce mountains of mess outside their troughs, but again, with the amount you've got and the amount they're producing, it's a small price to pay, isn't it, really? Right, ooh, that was horrible. That needs to be tidied up. Now all the harvesters have been moved from here. That cultivator looks like it could do with a serious clean. I've been rather remiss in my duties. Let's get that off the grass. And what I have been doing, just to avoid any vehicle-based shenanigans, just disconnect it. That way I found it hasn't done a lot of that shuffling around. This thing does the paralink shuffle. So, right. Cows and water for the sheep. That's next. So yeah, we should see a massive increase in production of all of our products now. Good stuff. Okay, first 56 airships going in of the 112 we're going to buy. So, I'll get this the right way around. Whoops. I'll go back and get another 56 of these, then we'll do the same with the Angus. And then I'll need to check my stocks of everything. The tanker is over at the moment filling up at the main farm, but it's really slow filling. Feed's been done, it's just water needs to be put in now for the sheep. So cows, there we go, our airships now up to 171. Which is fantastic, and then I'll do another load. So yeah, we're going to be absolutely rocking and rolling. But you can see the total mix ration. Oh no, I'm not going to have enough on hand, and I'm going to have to make a load. And I've got a funny feeling making enough to fill up both of the things for the cows, I'm going to pretty much run out of resources. Let's have a quick look now, actually, while I think of it. So. It doesn't say total mixed ration on there. We've got 686,000 litres of silage, 221,000 litres of... is that grass left? Straw and hay. Oh man, we are low. Yeah, I'm going to need both. I have taken on a harvest contract on field 14 for barley, which I'm intending to do before the end of this episode, or at least start before the end of this episode, because I want to try something like I say that Terry said should work. Terry, I'm banking on this working. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. With the airships all in, and one load of Black Angus brought over, the second load is on its way over, so I've just started to do the water. Obviously the feed and straw is going to have to be done in a second, but what I've decided to do is run some PVC piping from our main water tank at the dairy farm, or the cow farm, and put a couple of standpipes. Now these I've talked about loads of times before, I swear by them, I think it's a phenomenal mod. These are manufactured by C&S, Anne-Marie, 1,500 to buy, and well, I've already placed one. But this is as close as you'll get to a water pump, kind of, without having seasons on. So if you look at it now, it's facing the wrong way. If I just pull that round a little bit until the black bit is facing forward, now that takes up a tiny amount of space. So my piping will run from the main tank to this standpipe, and then we've got another standpipe. I've already placed one, so I place that right by the trough like that. If I come back a little bit, actually, I don't want to be too close to the front, and we have that fitted, which we now have done. With my tanker, what we can do is we can come alongside it, fill up, and then unload kind of right by it, so I haven't got to transport water a long way, and when the tanker runs empty I haven't got to then go back. So at the moment I'm filling up. I just clicked L3, I'm filling up from that standpipe. That cow's going to drive through, isn't it? Walk through, hang on. Let's try and get it back on again so it's still filling up. There we go. Ignore the cow going through it. So that's now filling up. But what I can do is then start overloading at the same time. So as you can see, the water's going down, but I am filling up at the same time, but it's unloading quicker than it's filling. So what will happen is, what should happen, once it runs out, it will then continue to fill again. Please work. There we go. So it kind of almost works like a water pump. It just makes life so much easier, especially when you increase the capacity or the size of your herd, or whatever animals you've got that require water. When you get to a point where you're hauling so much backwards and forwards, putting in a standpipe can be an absolute lifesaver for time and energy, and and it's, like I say, tiny, takes up very little space. The water's free once you've bought it, because in essence what I'm doing is taking, like I said, I'm taking a pipe line from my main water source at the farm to here. But you don't need a main water source, you can just place these and your local plumber will plumb them in to whatever water system is available, if you catch my drift. So what we'll do now is go down, we'll have a look, because cows, brown and white, our airshes, we're up to 227. Water is now full, so that's good. So straw, we're going to need a load. Total mixed ration. Yep, that's the problem. Cows black, we were at 90, we're now at 146. We're going to chuck in another 56. So we've gone way over double. So double of the cow, the airshes, would have taken us to 230 because we had 115. So we're 3 shy of doubling that, but we've over doubled, or we are going to over double the Angus, which means as a whole how our herd has doubled. So what I'm going to do now, because that's now filled up actually fairly quickly from the standpipe, I'm going to take it from there. We'll go, I have put another standpipe by the other trough. Again, in this situation when you've got so many cows on the go, it just makes life so much easier. So we'll swing in by that one, at least we would, once the cows have decided which way they're going to go. I know it seems daft because I drove through the sheep like they weren't even there, but so what we'll do is come alongside when the trigger comes up, which it why is the trigger not coming up? There we go. But again, the beauty being that my standpipe is just there. I could have put the standpipe a lot closer in theory. The trough's just there. So I could have probably brought it right the way along in front and just done both at the same time, but it's not far. I can just back up, refill from the standpipe, and we are good to go. So that's the water working. I think probably if I turned around I could put the front of the tanker by the standpipe. Actually I should have done that, shouldn't I? Is that full? Oh yeah, because I haven't put the other 56 in. So what we'll do, swing that round and hopefully we can get both going at the same time. I'm also thinking to get one of the drain manhole covers put in as well, so if we do have that situation where we've got water on hand and we need to get rid of it because we need to transport milk, so that should, if I get to about there, that's interesting. Why are we not filling up? There we go. Which should still put us in the trigger for unloading if we need to. Right, turn that off. Now let's get, I'm just waiting now for the next 56 Angus. Just realised I've lost a whole chunk of recording. Straw has gone in. I only had 142,000 litres on hand, so I've put 70,000 litres in the other sheep pen and I've put 70,000 litres in this, and that's it. That's my straw gone. That's my problem. That's my weak spot. In the other side over there we've got 210,000 litres of total mixed ration. In this one I'm just about to check to see how much we've got. it's quite surprising when, like I say, we're out of straw completely, that when I bought the other silo and started filling stuff up, and you're up to like 750,000 litres of each product, you're thinking, or as near to, you're thinking, oh, this is going to last absolutely ages, until you start increasing your herd. And so we've got 200,000 in there, 210,000 in the other one. That's 410,000. Now let's put that into some perspective, so to speak, and let's look at our cow's Ayrshire. Total mixed ration says 309,000, but that's just over a third. So I'm going to need at least, I reckon, 500,000 to fill that up, that total mixed ration for feed for the Ayrshires. And if we go down to our Angus, that's on 245,000 litres in there, and I'm going to need, I reckon, 400,000 to fill that. So I don't have enough in storage. Now the problem I've got as well is, at the moment, everything I need for making my total mixed ration, I've got enough silage, 686,000 litres on hand, not a problem. My hay isn't looking too bad, my straw isn't looking too bad, so I've got the other elements, I just got no straw. Now I could just make it with hay and silage, but then that will vanish in no time at all. That's why I've always padded it out with straw, but regardless of the total mixed ration, I'm going to need straw for bedding, because my bedding for my cows is not full in either. At least the one for the Ayrshires is in the green, but the one for the Angus is on orange, which isn't horrendous. It's not, we're not in imminent danger of running out, but I would just prefer it all to be in the green. So what I'm going to do now is put 200,000 litres of total mixed ration into each. Like I said, I've got 200 here, 210 in the other one, or I'll do 200 and 210. What I'll do is I'll empty this silo out, put it into one of the pens, I'll empty the other silo out, put it into the other pen, and then, yeah, I'm going to need to make a load more total mixed ration, and we're going to need to make, I need to get a load more straw, I'm going to need to make more hay, so the whole process rolls on. But our reproduction rate has rocketed. For the Ayrshires, it's at 1 hour, every 1 hour now, and for the, I can't remember what I lost in the recording, anyway, and then for the Angus it's 1 hour 15. So we're going to be getting a whole load of new ones very, very quickly, which is great. It's going to require more products, but it's fantastic. This is fairly slow to unload, so I will see you in a little while with all the total mixed ration in, and then hopefully we're going to try out this situation, this thing that Terry has suggested. I'm really, really hoping this works. So you will see in a moment. With all the total mixed ration now used and my straw reserves seriously depleted, I need straw. Like I said, I can still make total mixed ration if I just do a silage and hay mix, which a lot of people do anyway. A lot of people don't even bother with straw. So I do have enough products on hand to make total mixed ration if I go down that route. Now, this is a contract I've taken on. Let's fold that header up. On field 14. Now normally in this situation, because it's either barley, wheat or oats, you can have a straw swath. But when you're doing a contract, there's no point. Unless you're on PC, because I'm sure there's a mod on PC that allows you to pick up the swaths afterwards, but on console you can't. It won't allow you to use a loading wagon, it won't allow you to use a baler, because the contract you've been employed to do is to do the harvest, and then it will say anything you try and bring onto the field, it says that it's not at all for... I honestly can't remember what the thing that comes up. Now, as I said, Terry tipped me the wink on this and said that if you use the milling machine, you don't get the message come up, and you can collect the straw swath when you're doing a contract. Now, I'm sceptical, I'll be honest, no disrespect to Terry at all, but I'm still not convinced it's going to work. So I thought, you know what, I've got nothing to lose, I might as well do the contract. I'm pretty sure I've got enable straw swath. Yeah, straw swath is enabled. So what we're going to do, set the harvester down the row. I will bring the other harvesters over as well, but I just want to see if this in theory works. So let's turn that now off. I'm going to jump out and let the worker carry on down the field. If Terry's correct, using the milling machine, I should be able to collect the straw swath. So it's a bit of a double whammy on the contract. So let's go to the front, pipe out. Like I say, I've just got a funny feeling I'm going to get that message come up. But you never know. Right, it's turned on. It's dropped down. It's not collecting. I'm not getting the message come up, but it's not allowing me to pick it up. That's a pity. And the weird thing is the message isn't coming up, so I don't know why though. If I lift that slightly, no, that's not going to make any difference. Don't know, how odd. But it's certainly not let me do it, so there was all that excitement was for nothing. Was for naught. Terry, you led me on a wild goose chase. I mean, potentially Terry's playing on PC. I mean, I you know, it was worth a try, but I'm puzzled as to why the message isn't coming up. Oh well, that leaves me in a spot of bother then. So, just make sure I'm not doing anything wrong. Turn it on. No, it's just acting like it's not even there. Oh well. Like I say, it was worth a try. You never know. It could have been the most amazing thing ever. It could be it works on other maps, I don't know, but it isn't working for me on this one. But worth a try. So what I will do now then is continue with this harvest. I'll make a little bit of money, or I could put the barley, could put the barley into storage to feed the chickens, which I'll probably do. Any surplus I'll put in storage for this. My problem now then is I need a field. I suppose what I could have done was, oh, I don't know if I've got enough money actually. How much is the field? 239. I could have bought field 14, couldn't I? I am down to 573,000. We have spent a lot of money. What about field 28? What's that going for? Oh, has that got anything in it? Oh. Oh, that's harvested, so that's no good. I think they all are, aren't they? The other way round this then. What about, this is really dodgy. If I cancel missing crops, I'll take a hit on that. Let's collect. But then what I'll do, oh hang on. No, that's not good. Let's go into here. Let's just buy another field. Why not? You know what? Let's buy it. Now I'm a little bit stuck. I may have to do something nefarious, but not to worry. So all I'll do now is I'll just harvest the entire field. The yield's not going to be great because I don't think it's been fertilised. So what I'll do, it's funny how, because the contract didn't work now that all the crops gone back on, but regardless, it was worth a test. You'd never know. We're down to 329,000, but that's alright because we've just bought another field. We've got all our soybean ground, we've got our products on the go. What I will do now then is I will collect up all the straw swath off of this. I'll get the other harvesters up so I can get this done quicker. The straw will go into storage and then I'll spend a bit of time making a load of total mix ration. But we are, like I say, we are expanding on the American dream. We're getting bigger, we've got more stuff, we've got more land, you know, it's all rather nice, isn't it? Very good indeed. So I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope you're still enjoying the series. I know they're kind of interspersed with other things at the moment. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.